own standard,
And thank God you are
so this same uncle as well made a promise to the children that he adopted that in the course of his death also that
They will take over
the
the
property or the asset actually belongs to them.
Wow.
And unfortunately, that time actually came to pass, so we tried to retrieve the asset, but it was difficult because, you can imagine, I'm in Abuja, my elder brother is somewhere in Lagos, and my sister's scattered. So is it the women that will chase property or something who are with their family also building this? So we try to communicate, even getting involved with the actual customary distributor and all, but it turns out that the whole situation is favoring this guy since they are the one there, and they actually took the title document and ran away. We have their numbers because we are calling. In fact, at the point I was threatening them that you guys are actually going against what Islam has laid down for us.
So I'll come back to you. Let me come back to Capone. And we've agreed, and even in previous episodes, that there's a distribution formula. And it is expected. I know that in one of the episodes, one of our guests said that true Muslims, and I'm assuming that his brother is that elder brother, which is his uncle, would have been a true Muslim.
Yeah.
Let's talk heirs now, and what could have been done differently in resolving or settling that issue. So first, let's talk heirs. Well, who is supposed to be the legitimate owner of those assets? Them or their uncle?
Okay, so the beautiful thing about Islam is that the heirs are not limited to just the children.
Okay.
Their uncle is also an Islamic heir.
Yeah.
If his late dad had parents, that's Aminu's grandparents now, they are also heirs.
Right.
His dad's sisters are heirs. So there's a long chain of heirs. And what Islam tries to do is it tries to prevent the kind of situation that Aminu has painted so that everybody has their own.
Absolutely.
And nobody is dragging anybody for anything.
So their uncle would have gotten something.
He would have gotten something
rather than grab everything.
Yes, he would have gotten something from his dad's inheritance if they followed strictly what the Quran says.
Absolutely.
And it goes back to what Sagi says, so that everybody is adequately taken care of. If you look at just your immediate family and leave out your extended family, the extended family no go give your immediate family peace.
They're not go agree.
No peace for the
and that's why Islam, that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in his infinite mercy designs that distribution formula that way to ensure that everybody is adequately taken care of. Now, it now goes back to the mistakes that a lot of Muslims make. The formula is there. I expect that my family will follow it.
Right.
Imagine if Aminu's dad had an Wassiyah that listed out all his assets and says that all these assets must be distributed in line with Sharia law. Aminu will take that copy of that will and go to Sharia court and he will win. And the Sharia court will set up a panel that will help them distribute all the assets to all the surviving heirs.
Right.
So having an Wassiyah was like the perfect solution, or is the perfect solution.
So I look at the normal probate stuff that in the conventional, and I know that it's also obtainable. And you are saying that if they are taking it to the Sharia court,
yes.
What's the traditional length of time that issues like this could have been resolved for the benefits of Aminu and these siblings?
At the Sharia court. It's quite fast.
Faster than
faster than
very fast.
If you look at law reports where they report issues that has to do with Islamic law of inheritance, 3-4 months they are done. It's actually that fast in Sharia courts. So
absolutely.
It's very simple
because
and straightforward.
to chip in, because Sharia law is actually, the principles are there. It's just its application. So it's not like where you are going to the conventional court and they start bringing in injunctions.
It will also be less of technicality.
Exactly.
Yes.
Which
so
is the thing that drives most of our court matters.
So basically, just like she said, it's just to follow the principles that Islam has already laid down. Know who and who is meant to benefit their portion of inheritance from the asset left behind. So it's just straightforward.
No, so Sagi, are you saying that his uncle could not have brought him some technicalities? For example, I'll give you a perfect example. Before he became Aminu's father, he was first his brother. Is that not a technicality to claim
No,
everything?
I don't think so. I think maybe Mucha may speak more about this. I know that there is something about primary beneficiaries, secondary beneficiaries. So there's like a line, like you mentioned. There's a long line that honestly can be very, very long, right? But in terms of application, it will depend on who are the beneficiaries available part time.
Yes.
You now start taking it. So whatever happens, of course, the uncle cannot take priority over the kids.
Absolutely.
Not at all.
So let me come to who should not then inherit in an Wassiyah. So I sit down as a Muslim. I want to then write my Wassiyah. Who should I not include in my Wassiyah, and why should I not include such persons?
So basically, like we highlighted initially, so the Wasiyyah is basically concentrated on the 1/3.
Yeah.
So 1/3, it means the 2/3 already take care of those who are meant to benefit.
Yes.
So basically, meaning the direct heirs, your son, your daughter, your mom, and also those are direct bloodlines. So basically, the 1/3 is taking care of people like possibly you have a housemaid, you know.
In fact, anybody outside of the regular line,
outside the regular line, absolutely. So possibly if there's a foundation or a charity organization within that actually take care of the less privileged, that you actually want them to benefit from your asset when you are not there, so that will help them to continue that cause that they have been doing in helping the society for it to be a better place.
Okay, so just to add to what, Rotimi, just to add to what Aminu has said, another thing that a lot of people don't avert their mind to is that, unfortunately, we have Muslims that are married to non-Muslims.
I was going there.
And we have Muslims that have kids that have left the path of Islam, and we pray that Allah brings them back. What most parents don't realize is that your spouse that is not a Muslim is automatically disinherited from your 2/3.
True.
So Sagi has you mentioned bloodline. They are automatically excluded because only a Muslim can inherit a Muslim.
Right.
So if you have a spouse or if you have kids that are no longer Muslims, they are automatically deleted from your 2/3. They are automatically deleted. So the only way you can cater to them is using the 1/3. So imagine if as a Muslim, you have kids and spouse that are not Muslim, and you've just been telling yourself that the Quran lays down the formula, without having an Wassiyah that caters for them in the 1/3.
So there's nothing for them, absolutely.
So I was reading one time, there was a lot of comments on Facebook about this popular governor from the southwest that passed on not too long ago. The wife is a Christian, which talks about the non-faith. And they're saying that she will not get anything. Some people said no. Are you saying, from what Muchata said, that people that built wealth together, technically, she will not get anything if he did not have an Wassiyah in place?
Absolutely. That's the laid down principle.
As in zero?
Absolutely zero.
So
it's the Wassiyah actually. So that's why you see Islam actually has foresaw things that can actually materialize in our life that we don't know. And that's why those provisions are there. So we know that in the course of life, anything can happen. As a man, you are doing business, you go from here to there. Anything can actually happen, you know. And you have people you engage that are good to you. So one way or the other, you want to pay them in a good way. So that's why that Wassiyah part, it's there for you to, Allah has given you that avenue to take care of things like that, like to leave a legacy that these people, even after that legacy is there, they are praying for you, you are receiving the blessing and all. So that is what has been provided for you to take care of those that are not meant to benefit. And it's very clear. The 2/3 that you have is meant to benefit your direct heir who are Muslims. It's specific. So if you are somebody who is looking forward to, or you are actually married to somebody who is not a Muslim, then you should consider. That's the basic reason why you should have an Wasiyyah.
So I hope that if you're listening to us, or if you're watching us, and you're a practicing Muslim, like Sergey said, a real Muslim, you need to take these things to heart, to perspective, particularly if you're married to, if your spouse is a non-Muslim, you need to take that. You said you wanted to add something, so as we try and close the show.
Again, we Muslims focus on just the Wasiyyah, forgetting that there are other Islamic instruments that we can explore.
All right.
So if you have a spouse that is not a Muslim, or kids that are not Muslims, you can try out other instruments. You can try your waqf. You can try Iba. You can try all this, just to ensure that in the long run, they are properly catered for. And that's why Allah, in His infinite mercy, also gave us this opportunity to have other instruments through which we can bequeath assets to people that are not necessarily our bloodline heirs, or who have gone the wrong path and are now outside the bloodline heirs.
Kaponia has talked about waqf. She's also mentioned Iba. I'd like you to follow this show as we explore further some of the estate planning tools that you can use as a Muslim. This is the Legacy Room and is proudly powered by FBN Quest Trustees. If you've enjoyed this show, we'd like you to invite your friends, talk to your colleagues, talk to family members, particularly if you're a Muslim. Click on the notification button so that you will get every single episode that we drop. Till we see you next time, everybody, let's say bye.